Hello, I'm Bri from the Philippines. I'm a cyber psychologist by training. I'm currently a talent acquisition specialist and mental health advocate at Criteo in Paris. When we are talking about practical strategies in order to protect your mental health in relation to your social media use, I think it's very important to really have a social media detox once in a while and be conscious with how you really use your time with social media. So there are already metrics in your social media account, for example, in Instagram, where you can measure the time that you spent. So that's a very good distinct feature on Instagram. So this feature can be something that you can use in order to have a more meaningful and more engaging use of social media. If I were to design a new feature on Instagram, I think it would be to hide the number of followers and following, because I think this has an impact on how you compare yourselves to others. For example, some teenagers could possibly look on the followers of their friends and compare why they are not getting the same likes as their friends. So this one feature I'd like to hide specifically on Instagram. And this is not very new. Second point, I really like that Instagram take an action of hiding the number of likes on when you post something on Instagram. So I think this features is very thoughtful in a way that you're not comparing yourself to others, but more like really posting something to connect with your friends on Instagram and build some connections that is more valuable. I think social comparison on social media can be good and bad in a way that, for example, it can be a source of motivation for some people to improve their skills or the way they do their lives. Or it could also be negative in a way that it can be a source of comparison. So I think in these ways, it could have a negative impact on an individual level if you compare yourself with others. In order to have a more healthier social media use, teenagers should also engage in activities that we cannot find in on the internet. For example, engaging in activities in the school or having sports. In general, I think that social media is really about how you use it. It's a very powerful tool that we have nowadays, but it's actually how we use it and to what intentions. So if we want to build a connection that will help us grow as an individual in our careers or as a student, it's really how we use the social media. I think the vulnerable population that could have an effect, like negative effects when it comes to mental health, are the youth, especially the teenagers. And especially this population are still forming their values and they are actually looking for a sense of belonging. When in social media, they can see a lot of contents related to self-image, body image, and since they are still vulnerable developing their personalities, it could impact their self-esteem also in a way that if it's a negative comparison with themselves and to other people, I think it could lower their self-esteem more and their self-image. Yeah.